They are already running. 3 Homo habilis, the foragers of the river plain, burst through the tall savanna grass, their breath harsh, their bare feet pounding the cracked earth. One clutches a hide pouch swollen with gathered tubers. Another carries a sharpened stone flake still wet with the sap of freshly cut roots. Behind them, hidden in the shivering grass, a low growl rolls like distant thunder. A stalking lioness. The chase is on before the sun has fully risen. The trio splits without speaking, an instinct older than thought. One darts toward a lone baobab, leaping for the low branch. Another veers toward a cluster of boulders. The lioness lunges at the slowest, an elder female of the group. She turns, stone flake raised in trembling hands, too small a defense against jaws evolved for the kill. But the ground trembles. A sudden herd of wildebeest, alarmed by the predator's pursuit, stampedes across the plain. Dust erupts skyward. The lioness hesitates, then leaps aside just moments before the herd washes over the spot where the old woman once stood. She collapses against a fallen log, chest heaving, alive only by the randomness of nature. This is the first twist, danger creating salvation. The small tribe regathers after the dust settles. More figures emerge from a shallow ravine, 5 in total, including 2 juveniles and 1 infant clinging to its mother's side. They lost precious food in the sprint. The pouch that remained was crushed under hooves. Hunger rises like heat off the ground. Yet movement matters more than hunger. Clouds gather quickly overhead, dark, heavy, restless. The air shifts. A storm is coming. And on the open savanna, storms kill. The group pushes forward, crossing terrain that once teemed with grazing herds but is now unnervingly quiet. Thunder cracks. The mother shields her infant with a broad leaf while another member bundles dry grass under his arm. Fire is life, and they must guard the means to spark it. As they near a shallow river, they spot a fallen carcass, an antelope drowned in the earlier rainfall. A blessing. They approach cautiously, tasting the air, checking for vultures or the scent of hyena. The elder kneels first, using her stone knife to tear strips of flesh from the unbruised side. The others join, carving quickly as rain begins to fall. But a shadow moves behind them. A second twist, more dangerous than the first. A rival group of Homo habilis, lean and desperate, emerges from the reeds. 7 of them. Their eyes narrow at the carcass. One raises a fist-sized stone. Another bares teeth in a silent snarl. The storm breaks open above them. Sheets of rain hammer the ground. Lightning fractures the sky into white cracks. Both tribes freeze, each one knowing that violence wastes energy, causes wounds, attracts predators. But neither can leave the carcass. Not now. Not with the storm sealing them into this narrow riverbank. Then, the youngest juvenile of the first tribe slips in the mud, dropping the carved meat into the water. It floats toward the rivals. In that instant, something primal snaps. Both sides rush forward. Mud churns beneath their feet as bodies collide, shoves, grapples, desperate swings of stone. The rivals force them back, taking hold of the carcass, tearing into it. A member of the first tribe falls, struck in the ribs. The mother screams without sound, clutching her infant tight. Lightning strikes a dead tree nearby, and the entire riverbank explodes in bright terror. Fire races along the dry fallen branches despite the pounding rain. The flash blinds every creature for a heartbeat. This becomes the climax. The flames, the thunder, the scent of ozone, everything jolts both tribes with ancient panic. Predators, storms, fire, all greater than their feud. The rivals flee uphill. The first tribe drags their injured member beneath a jutting rock shelter as burning branches tumble into the river behind them. Rain extinguishes the fire, but the danger lingers. The injured male wheezes, clutching his ribs. The elder kneels beside him, crushing herbs between her teeth and pressing the paste onto his wounds. The storm rumbles on, softer now. Night falls. They huddle together in the rock alcove. The mother sets the infant on her chest, its tiny hands gripping her hair. The juveniles curl beside the elder, who gently fans embers coaxed from her protected bundle of dry grass. The faint warmth glows like the heart of the earth. Slowly, They share what little meat remains, small, uneven strips, passed from hand to hand. Not enough to fill them, but enough to remind them they survived another day. In the distance, hyenas call. But inside the shelter, pressed against each other, the tribe breathes as one, wounded, hungry, shaken, but united. Against storms. Against predators. Against rival kin. Tonight they endure. Tomorrow they rise.